Flash on, go creep. Heart jump, can't speak, then laugh cause the team right next to me. We stream and scream, make a memory. From the castles to the back row diners, basements, attics, glow where the find us. Every time zone, somebody awake, chasing that chill that your doubt can't shake. Global ghost hunt, dead join, all around the world. We're one voice, 10 wild nights, one wild choice. We're calling you in, can you hear that noise? Global ghost hunt, step inside, everybody welcome on this ride. Fun and fear, march side by side. We're joining together, you in or you high. Click link, lights dim, go spot. Off him, did you hear that name in the empty hall? Or was it the crew down the busted wall? From your couch to the old gray marker, every little shadow, every whisper sharper. We laugh, we shout, we rewind the frame, turn the good ghost story to a global game. Global ghost hunt, dead join, all around the world. We're one voice.
Welcome everyone, this is Glenda Dawson and you're watching channel messages from the Council 9, Council 12, Council 5, and any other councils of light. We usually either get messages or get coordinates or get a combination. So if we're doing coordinates and you've never traveled, just set the intention that you're traveling wherever we go or wherever you need to go with the same coordinates to bring your remembrance of your gifts, of who you have been in previous lives, where you originated, where you have traveled, or bring messages to you to answer and give you clarity at this moment. If you ever have any questions or wish to join us, you could just get in touch with me. My email is glendasmagicalcreations@gmail.com, or go to my website, glendasmagicalcreations.com, and just hit the contact button there. Now, with that being said, I want everyone to close your eyes. Take nice, slow, deep breaths. And each breath will bring you in deeper into yourself and more present and focused on what is occurring, what you're experiencing. I open the floor now to the other members that are here with us today. And I ask everyone to take one more deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and just relax. And after that, just breathe normally. So again, I open the floor and I do have coordinates that will start us off. 52, 17, 24, 43, and 5. Now, for me, I just got swooped up, or swept up, or pulled up out of where I am and into what I would call a very old ancient building, castle, churchy looking type of thing. And in front of those huge big doors that are there, they're very ornate, made of wood, very old, raw iron type of hinges that come across, and you open outward. And right above that is a sculpture of what we think Mary Magdalene looked like. So it's a representation of her. This building I'm looking around and it exists on a very tall mountain, very top of a mountain. You can see very far out the, the horizons all over the place. There's some more mountains to my left. There's some plains to the right, but it's basically on top of it. There is a set of stairs that when you get to the edge of that top of the mountain, it goes down around in a circular spiral way down the mountain. So the only way in and out is basically up and down those steps, or if there's access to a helicopter, I guess you could be dropped off in because it is pretty big in front of this church building. Um, Castle looking thing. So everything is made of stone, very solid, but everything is very intricate and ornate. Like there are details upon details. There are symbols all over the place that when you touch the symbols, it provides healing energy. There's crystals. Uh, it's there's dragons at the top of the two towers made of stone and crystals. And they're kind of guarding who enters and who doesn't, guarding the the place. Have not gotten a name or even a what, whether it's on Earth, whether it's someplace else, but gives me the feeling that it's on Earth somewhere well hidden and only locals or very distinct people know about it. Uh, the energy just from those doors being open that comes in, that comes at me is amazing. It's very loving, very supportive, and very safe. Like you feel like you're being hugged by this energy in a very loving way. I am going to go through that threshold, which is calling me, and if anybody in between experiences the same or different, please let us know.
Arrived on a white dragon. And she's communicated with the dragons on the tower, letting them know that we come in peace and are there to witness, are there to learn, and to pay homage or honor to Magdalene. It is quite amazing place. And there are depths. You talked about the steps coming down. There are side steps, if you will, or channels that lead to rooms. I say rooms loosely. Each of them is designated with a certain learning profile. So if you're looking for something in particular, you find that room that goes there and spend your time there, and you will receive what you need.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah, so for me, I walk in and there's another statue of what I call a statue of a dragon, but with the wings out in full stand-up figure, like very powerful, kind of like the last warning. So if you're there to cause harm, it's kind of warning you, don't step any further. It just wouldn't be good for you. Very threatening in a protective way, not in threatening of I am going to cause harm just because, but it's more like the defense mechanism of this place. There are two ways to go for me, basically left or right. I am going to go to the right and see and experience what's around. I do see behind the dragon, far behind the dragon, like another set of stairs going upward. Um, very ornate, very wide set of stairs with beautiful handrails, and um, you could see all the crystals shining. Like everything is just a work of wonder, a work of that you can actually just go, oh wow, and ah. Um, but so I'm just going to focus on going through the different openings that I can see already to my right. Um, there are certain rooms there that may call you more than others. And this is where the personal journey kind of begins. You may get called more towards the left than the right. Go for it. You may get called for a door that has lavender crystals versus clear crystals, the other doors. Go for wherever is calling you. There's a reason why it's calling you. It's what you need today. It's what your higher self knowingly is directing you to go to. Now,
Other
I'm
in,
walking. Yes, go ahead.
um, the dragons can roar without creating sound. Uh, you can feel the vibration of it, but you can't necessarily hear it. At least I can't. It's just, it's, I can say that it was loud and thundering, but that I know that from the vibration of it, not the sound of it.
Hmm. Very good observation there. Yeah, like I said, they're just giving you a warning. It's very powerful. Uh, um, okay. Well, I decided to go through the doorway that had the emerald green crystals just lined up in the middle of the doorway. And I'm just going to go through that. That's the doorway that's been calling me. It appears as I open up that inside this doorway in particular, there's a being, there's a light being there waiting for me. And it's kind of a table, like it's kind of like a library table in front of me, and there's chairs around, and the being has um, a book. It's hard to explain, but it's a book type with something written on it, and it's asking me to look at it, to read it, to receive what I'm supposed to receive from it. Now, it isn't like reading regularly, like, now we read a book, all that. It's more like you open up and the codes come to you. Because when you open the book, you'll open the book, or I'm opening the book to exactly to what I need. And the energy of the book just comes in as codes, vibrations, and it starts integrating into my field immediately. Like there was no hesitation, not even I think a second. It's just I open and poof, everything is happening. And I do believe that from my understanding of the being that I am communicating with, that each room does have a keeper, and that keeper will facilitate what it is that you need for today. So as I am receiving these codes or these vibrations, anyone else want to share anything that they're experiencing?
You mentioned there's a staircase in the back that leads up. There's a branch of it that leads straight into the heart of the mountain. While you've been talking, I've listened, but I've journeyed into the heart of the mountain. And it is softly lit, like Aladdin lamp type lights that are soft, glowing, and all you can hear is a heartbeat.
Mm. Mm.
For those who need any form of love, no matter how you define it, you will find replenishment here.
Mm. Mm.
I feel a trembling in the beneath my feet, speaking through those vibrations. Saying that a lot of people have somewhat distorted understanding of what love is. Love has no attached obligations or strings attached to it. Love is pure. And if you surrender to it, your life will change in very good and positive ways. But many people have been governed by their experiences, many of which have not been pleasant, and they have absorbed not as holy aspects of understanding love. And this is a place that you can let go of those misunderstandings and receive that which is pure and holy. And there are actually individual benches built into the walls of this room. So it can accommodate many, many people. And still you will receive what you need. once you've absorbed what you need to absorb, there is a pathway to a lake or a pool of sorts,
Mhm.
which you are asked to immerse yourself in so that you can be assured that you have shed all that you need to shed. When you come out of the water, your skin will be dry, you will be refreshed, you will understand things at a much deeper level, and you will accept being made whole. You will accept the love that you've been given.
It is a great feeling.
Mhm.
Feeling safe, heard, understood, and just held.
Mhm. And the earth is also saying that once you have received what you came for, you can journey back across that channel, that staircase by which you came, and visit some of those rooms that you will be drawn to, and receive things at a much higher vibrational level.
Well, I'm taking a slight detour. They just gave me one of those inflatable donuts. I'm floating. And I'll be playing in the water for a little bit. So they're like, don't worry, you'll come back around. I'm like, okay. So I am going into a section that is not lit with uh, with anything, but it's glowing by itself. So, and it feels like somewhat of a tunnel, and the water is just carrying you around. Mm, It's like, ooh, I feel like I'm looking at a nice clear night with all the stars because all the sparkling that's occurring in the crystals around, even though it's dark in there, which is very interesting. It's another way of telling us the absence of light does not give darkness. There's still reflections and glow of you, and that creates just enough light to keep the darkness fully away. So it's what you carry that reflects, and what you carry is what glows and what other people see. Mm. Mm. Anybody being called to any particular room as I'm floating through?
There's a door with blue sapphires in the shape of a dragon. And I am going in. Uh,
You gotta have fun.
there's a softness to the walls. They don't feel hard, like you would assume walls or earthen walls might be.
Mhm.
These have a softness to them, almost a sponginess. It's not unpleasant, it's just kind of odd from a human perspective. Um, this is the tranquility room.
Mhm.
Oftentimes, after visiting the center of the mountain, there's all kinds of exuberance and joy, and not that that shouldn't be, um, but sometimes we seek a tranquility, different than peace. You feel the ebbs and the flows, um, but it's tranquil. It's not. You move with that movement, if that makes sense. Mm.
Mm. Mm.
Um, it's almost as if you're on water. Um, a water that takes you far beyond any conflicts, any traumas that you have experienced in the past. Um, the softness of the walls act as an eraser to the traumas. Not that you'll ever forget the trauma itself necessarily, but the angst and emotions and uh, all the negativity is erased away, leaving you with the wisdom that you garnered from whatever that experience was. Talk about a mind-blowing room.
Mhm. Yeah. Mm.
And people who have been through particularly devastating experiences are being asked to actually immerse themselves into the water and divest themselves of that which they carry.
Mm. Mhm.
Get out of the water, it's almost like um, the water acts like a trampoline of sorts. Uh, it helps you rebuild the sense of joy most people have been robbed of at some point.
Mhm.
Looking backwards carefully and heading back towards the door, because for me, that time has been fruitful and it's time for me to leave this particular room.
Mhm. And while you were experiencing that, I successfully got back to where I started in my
Mm.
inflatable donut. And there's a dragon there. Um, it's not a baby, but it shrunk itself so it could talk with me without me feeling having to look up, hundreds and thousands of hundreds of feet. Um, and it basically saying that all of us who are willing to try to actually take the steps, we will not only receive healing, but we will also receive, like you said, joy and the feeling of wonder. A feeling of wonder is when we can look at a flower and or look at a child or look at someone else and say, wow, they're a beautiful soul. There's a beautiful energy there. And we bypass the ugliness of the world and look at things and experience things a little different perspective. We, no matter how much we have gone through, we can get back to that sense of wonder. Some of, some may have experienced terrible childhoods. Maybe adulthoods have definitely not been great. But if you're able to reach that sense of wonder again and that sense of joy again, those experiences or the energy of those experiences will not blemish the rest of what you experience. So taking steps to tell the universe that you're ready to release that will give you that feeling again of wonder. You may not even notice it right away. And all of a sudden, you just walk out and hear a bird and say, oh, that's a beautiful song. And all of a sudden, you notice that you're looking at things differently. You actually see the beauty of nature again, and it's healing in itself, and or other people, and it's healing in itself. And you're not just in your own way, you're not just thinking of what is going wrong in your life, but start focusing and being grateful what's going right. The things that you need that have been provided for, the things that all those experiences that you experience, and yet you're still here. And you're doing a good job of staying here and attempting to evolve and attempting to awaken, attempting to ascend. And each step that you take will be rewarded with a different level of frequency and energy. And I say he loosely, not really know this one, showing me to go back to that main entrance room um, to join uh, Jazz, join you. Um, Leave, how are you doing over there?
Just just a lot of wonder to absorb and take in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, I am not getting the calling to go up the stairs. Is anybody getting that?
No, I've actually meandered out of the building proper and gazing at the sky. The four directional guardians have their pillars raised, and I just find it fascinating that we didn't necessarily verbalize that request, but they're there.
Mhm.
And it just adds to the magic and beauty of the place.
Mhm. Yes. And going out and joining you. It it's just, to me, it's just beautiful. Like the
Mhm.
sky. And I am assuming is on Earth, just well hidden right now to humans. Mm, but it could be anywhere. But I'm assuming it's Earth because it looks like Earth dirt, Earth type of mountains. It looks like the sky when at night. Um, but I'm not getting confirmation, or also they're not denying it. So I guess it wants to stay hidden until the right moment, until you're able and ready to experience it. Uh,
When the
um,
heart is ready, the way would be revealed.
mhm.
Shangri-La.
Okay.
That's a hidden city that's been hidden for a very long time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It would fit. And it's guarded by dragons, so definitely it's going to be hidden until the right time for each individual. Mm.
Now I'm sensing it's time to gather our memories and move on.
Mm-hmm. Gather the memories, the wisdom that we received. Keep that energy close to you. And take a nice deep breath, allowing, if you have a dragon and you know your dragon, allowing your dragon to bring you back down to where you originally started. For some reason, my iridescent purple violet one arrived. So um, just riding the dragon, so to speak. And 5, 4, take nice deep breaths, nice and slow, to allow yourself to go back into your vessel, nice and slow. 3, 2, listen and hear the environment, the smells, the aromas, the sounds are around you. Acknowledge that you are back into your original vessel, your body. And 1, you're fully integrated in all of your experiences, and all the energy you received are back and being integrated into your physical being, into your field. Take a nice, slow, deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and open your eyes whenever you are called to. You don't have to open them right away. Just let that really just sink in and integrate. Now, I want to thank those that were here with me today. As always, ladies, it's always a pleasure to travel with you and get those messages that are so important for humanity at this moment. I like to thank everyone that is here, whether you're watching this live or watching this later. Please do, if you have not, subscribe, share, like, let others experience what they need to experience and receive what they need for their path and their journey. And I just want to say thank you, and we'll see you next Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Have a great week, many blessings, and I love you. Bye.